A lot happens in this video and it's all about that area down there. I plan to change this messy area into a beautiful grassy paddock. We were known as like the messy ones in the neighborhood, which bothered me, but no longer. I am going to change this. We're finally having a couple of sunny days after so much rain, and there's more rain forecast. It's caused a huge puddle at the bottom of the driveway, and it's getting to the point where I think my brother's car is going to get stuck in it any day now. I'm planning today to get a temporary fix of getting some giant stones from the local quarry and just dumping them in there just to survive until things dry out a bit. Hopefully that works, because the long-term plan is I'll need to redig along here and create a better drainage option. We'd previously laid a French canal pipe which has lots of holes in it that suck the water in and it flows away, but it's not working. So I have an idea. Got all the stones out, but I really could have done with more, I think. I really don't know how useful that's going to be before they all kind of sink into the mud. but we'll see. As long as my brother doesn't get stuck. Maybe if this doesn't work, I'll just need to get the earth movers in sooner than planned. My new plan is I'm going to try and dig a channel into behind this fence because the ground is a little bit lower. I think it'll just mean all the water will then sit in there. For now, behind this fence is my burn pile. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see if this helps. Oh yeah, the water's definitely draining out. We'll see. Here it comes through. This area is definitely going to get wetter for a while. It's actually made such a difference. Why didn't I not think about this before? It's rained more and the drive is a problem again. I talked to the local earthworks guy and his advice was to raise the height of the driveway where it's flooding and then whack in a big old drain pipe. So that's what I'm going to do. The container's gone and my handyman has dismantled that fencing that was there. One step closer, more is changing tomorrow. The digger has arrived. It's really quite exciting actually. He's currently scraping off a lot of the unusable gravel. He'll put down some topsoil and I'll put down a whole lot of grass seed, turn it into a beautiful paddock down there. I think it'll look wonderful. It's been seriously raining all morning and I must say this drainage is working so far. I wouldn't have thought of just whacking in a big old pipe to redirect the water from one side of the drive to the other, but now that it's in, it makes so much sense. It really does. Because that's the pipe that was in before. It's tiny. And some odd little squishy bits. That's... Where's that from? That's just randomly in the drive. So that's what the old pipe was, and then this giant new pipe. And this newly painted red container is my brother's. It will be here a little bit longer. I think it's time to mow this new grassy area. I seriously love it. It looks so good from the house now. It's gonna, yeah. And once it's been mowed a bit and linked in to the other grassy areas, it's gonna be lovely. I'm so glad I did this. I now have my very own sit-down lawnmower. I remember at the very, very start with this land, I thought it was, I don't know, a waste of money, and I was like, oh, I'll just get some sheep in there. But now I've lived on this land for 4 years, I've realized you definitely need a sit-down lawnmower, and I still don't feel ready for sheep, to be honest. Not quite in the right, I don't know, it's just like another thing to remember and look after, if that makes sense. It's now 1 month later, and I love this grassy patch. Every time I see it, it makes me smile. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And the new drainage system is working perfectly at the moment. We had a full day of rain the other day, and no problem whatsoever. I guess the next task to beautify this area is to move this container, flatten this mound of soil. This section's a double width driveway, and poor vintage caravan. And I think I need to acknowledge that I'm not going to finish the vintage caravan. I just feel disappointed in myself and stressed every time I look at it. It's been sitting here untouched for about 3 years. It's getting quite dirty. I think I should pass it on to someone else who would do a better job. It's a real shame. Personally, I actually found the house build easier than the vintage caravan. It's just very, very fiddly. And with this cabin, I don't want to have to see it from the house. So my thoughts are to do it up and either shift it on the land or sell it. The tricky part is it's wider than 3 meters, so I'd either need to modify it and shorten it, or whoever buys it would need to spend more on the transportation. I should research that a bit more. But what are your thoughts? My future plan had been putting sheep fencing here with the plan of one day having sheep, but someone just today said I could put, cattle bars at the entrance, so they could just kind of wander around freely. I need to think a bit more about that. That would require digging again. I don't know. Would it be easier just putting up a fence? Maybe.